Good day everybody, this is chapter 3 of Python Crash Course, introducing this. So we were tasked to do the try it yourself, these ones, so we'll start with names. So I've already done them, so I'm just going to go through the try it yourself, so this chapter, it's very long. So yeah, let's get started. So here's the names list, these are the names I put in, and now we're going to print them. So each name has to have a specialized message, so it will be hey, it inserts the name of who you selected, how are you. So let's go and print this. This just takes a while, so it's going to load everything that has been done. So let's just give it a couple of minutes. There we go. There we go. So hey Tristan, how are you? Hey Megan, how are you? Hey Leah, how are you? Hey Ben, how are you? So that's what that does. And then we also had to list like our favorite mode of transportation. And the point of this one was basically just to I would like to own A, and it inserts the model of transportation. So these are what I put in. And then it prints them out like this. So I want to own a Porsche GT3 RS, so on and so forth. And the next one is the guests one. So we had to make a list of guests who we would want to invite to dinner. So here we use for guests in guests. So it will print a message, dearest guest, and then this backdash n makes us go to the next line beneath that. As seen over here, gives a really nice long message. And then it prints that for all of them. The next task is print guest 2, which would be Pops, cannot make it for dinner. So let me adjust this. You'll see here it prints, and then says unfortunately Pops can't make it for dinner. Prints the next one, so forth. Okay, I honestly don't know why it's doing that. Probably because it repeats. But then we had to replace that guest with another guest. So, oh, here it is. I put in cousins, and then it invites the cousins to dinner, and the list carries on, as seen here. And now in the try it yourself, it also says you got a bigger table, invite more guests to dinner, so you make your list bigger. So here I use .insert. Okay. Firstly, I found a bigger table so I can invite more guests. This prints out in your letter with dearest guest, I'd like you to join me to dinner, blah blah blah. And then here, so guest.insert, this goes in the first line. So Tristan would be printed before mom, and then guest insert 1, Megan will go after Tristan, and then guest.append Nintendo should be at the end of the list. Append puts things at the end of the list. So prints out the same message again, and then it throws another curveball actually saying the table that you found won't arrive in time, so you send that message out, and then you only end up inviting 2 guests. So you use the while len function, and then you invite 2 guests. So let's just pull this up so I can explain properly. So here it invites everybody, right? And then okay, it's this one with the 2 sentences. I just found out that my dinner table won't arrive in time. I can only invite 2 people for dinner. And then it sends out a I'm sorry to whoever it is addressed to, but I can't invite you to dinner. And then it will send out to the people who are still invited. You're still invited to dinner, looking forward to see you. So Come here. Okay. So here, so it says, I'm sorry, removed guest. So if it's removed guest equals guest.pop, this removes all the guests except for the two you selected. And then it sends out that message to everybody, and then the dear guest, those two still get invited. The next one was to list places that you want to visit, but non-alphabetical order. So I just did this so it was more easier for me. So these are the places I listed I want to visit, but these aren't in alphabetical order. And then we use print the list in original order. So it will look like this list here. And then we want to print the list in alphabetical order without modifying the original list. So we use sort list in alphabetical, the sorted and then places. And then it sorts the list into alphabetical order. And then we can also show the original list on the, and we can put it back into the original order as well over there. And then we can also put it in reverse. So reverse is another new one we learned. So we can put in reverse without modifying the list. So the list still stays the same. This is just a print function that only works that one time. So where's the reverse? Okay, here is the reverse function. List original list after reverse sorted, list after reverse. Show it's still in original order after the reverse. Sorry, that was this one. And this basically keeps going back and forth between reverse and everything, and then making sure it is in alphabetical order. And then we move on to another guest one, where it shows how many people are invited to dinner. So if I can just find that quickly, here we go. Let me just highlight that. So the len guest shows how many people are invited to dinner. So it's basically like what we did in JavaScript. So this will just count the number of guests on your list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shows you there's 5. Cool, you know. And then the last one was to use all the functions we learned in this chapter. So here you can see we just made a list of random things, did another country. So we do append. Where is it? List sort of order. So append will add Australia to the end of this list. Insert will put Germany to the front of the list because of the 0 here. You could put any number there, it will sort it in any place. And then dot remove will remove Brazil from the list. And then countries dot pop will remove the popped countries. And then you can sort it into alphabetical order and then reverse it again. Print the number of countries in the list. Sorry, I'm not a fan of this terminal. Here, number of countries in the list, 5. So that was chapter 3 and what we learned. And then I can print the final order of the list, of the countries list. And that is that. And it just repeats itself. I think I clicked it twice. So that is chapter 3.